usage. Now more than ever, if I could say, we are all using devices to do many more things. And this is something that, in fact, you should hear at this point in time. So you're welcome to tonight's presentation. And I'm sure by the end of tonight's presentation, you would get a chance to thank the person who invited you to this evening's presentation. Let me see if I get some names. Let me get welcome a few people who have joined us here tonight. And I think I see Gloria from Upper West. You're welcome, Gloria. It's good to see you here. Not Clean, you're welcome. Uncle Bijou from Lashibi, you're welcome. I see leaders of the project on it. I salute you all. You're all warmly welcome to tonight's presentation. If anybody is supposed to be here and the person is not yet here, I say today is a good time for you to. Now is a good time for you to send the person a reminder that, hey, we've taken off and we are already taxiing. We are about to take flight and they already want to miss any part of this evening's presentation. So you're welcome once again. Let me start with a story whilst we get ourselves settled into this. I heard this story just a couple of weeks ago, and it sits right in the middle of what we are going to discuss tonight. So, once upon a time, and this is a real story, a story is told of a reverend minister who had served his term, and he had done quite good sermons, recordings, outreaches, and he had collected all of this data, all these videos, all his sermons, documents together on an external hard drive, something he wanted to hand over to his family and the children yet to be born and yet unborn, to let them know how his life is, a legacy he wanted to hand down to them. And many of us are also collecting that data. We all have photos, videos, documents that we are keeping on storage devices. And what happened hurt him because he had backed up all of this on an external hard drive, a 6 TB, I was told, size external hard drives. But nature had a mind of its own. The floods came in on one rainy day and destroyed literally everything. And when he was narrating the story, it was not about the device that he had lost. That night, he said he lost his entire life. That is how data has become to our lives. That is what data storage is to our lives now. It's beyond the storage. And tonight, I hope this will not be your story after you have heard what is available on the market and this new kid who is actually turning things around for every single one of us who is a user of the service. So as I stick and stay to the end, this presentation is going to be in two parts. We're going to first, what's happening here? Let me maximize this. Please excuse me a bit. You're going to first dive into the service this product, this organization is offering. Then after that, we'll dive into the second part, which actually turns dreams into reality. What if the same service you are using, something you are using, become an income source for you whilst you use it? That's where this conversation goes. So you're welcome once again, and thank you so much for staying. I would encourage you to stick and stay to the end. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. Towards the end of it, we'll take the questions and help you get some clarity. Special welcome to you, Ishan Morgan. You're invited by Mr. Dunyo and Margaret Fori from Accra. Yeah, especially welcome to the presentation. So let's get going. Let's just start and dive right into it. So you're going to hear me say GotBackup a lot on this call. And GotBackup is here, like you can see and read clearly on the screen, is here to turn dreams into reality. Two dreams we're going to speak about tonight: your digital dreams and your financial dreams. So whatever your dreams are, whether it is living in the house that you would love to live in the neighborhood you would prefer to live in the structure you want to have your home built, whether it is traveling the world, seeing the beauty of creation beyond what you see on your device, whether it is preparing that income for that time when you are not working, or getting that backup for when things are rocky and you need to fall on something. GotBackup is here to turn those dreams into reality. In addition, your digital dreams. So your story will not be like the one I told when I was starting this presentation. So who is GotBackup and what are they offering at all? GotBackup, like I said, It's here to help everybody, to empower every single person who owns a device like you and I, to achieve our dreams. I know tonight you are either on a tablet, a laptop, or a smartphone hearing me. And all of this is creating something that plugs into the world we find ourselves in, data. Individuals, families, businesses, organizations are generating data, and data in terms of not internet data. These are photos, videos, documents, files. Everything is not being printed now. We are handling it on data spaces. And if you keep and protect these things well, data now speaks. It is what defines decisions that are made at organization level, at business level. For individuals, it helps you protect a legacy for generations yet to come. These are the dreams that GotBackup is here to empower you to achieve. Who is behind this organization? What do? They provide you a secure storage space, so you can protect all these assets. For individuals, organization, companies, like I've said, beyond backing up your data, beyond storage, it gives you access to be part of something big. And the service they offer is at unbelievable prices. Unbelievable prices. And beyond it, they offer you an opportunity to be part of a strategic partnership. And I'll say stick and stay, wait till the end, because you're going to talk about it in the second part of this presentation. The mother organization behind this service, GotBackup, is called Global Virtual Opportunities. Global Virtual Opportunities started in the year 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, in Canada. Data storage at the time was something that was of big organization, something big organizations needed. You know, at that time, data was stored for companies. Individuals hardly had their own data. GotBackup then was providing those solutions for organizations at that level. They are into building servers and offering online solutions. They are a multi-million-dollar internet marketing and software development company. They've been at this for well over 30 years. You know, data storage has evolved so much. Previously, we used to store our stuff on diskettes, and then we moved them to CD-ROMs and DVDs, and then pen drives came in, and then external hard drives came in. But data storage is evolving now to the cloud. The future of data storage, in fact, the now and the future of data storage is the cloud. That's why your smartphone comes with just a little bit of storage, and the next has to go onto the cloud. The phones no longer comes with a memory card. We've moved from in fact, the SIM cards are no longer even on the phones anymore. Data storage, the future of it is now in the cloud. GotBackup was birthed by global virtual opportunities, seeing the need, the demand for cloud storage, and the trend heading into the cloud storage space. Global Virtual Opportunity, birthed its own cloud service called GotBackup. GotBackup was birthed barely 3 years ago. The organization is about 30 years old. They're a rock solid organization in the space, and they birthed their cloud storage service called GotBackup. Just 3 years ago. It's the newest kid on the block for data storage. And I'm going to tell you how GotBackup is taking over the world. This is the physical location of the organization. When new products comes, new services come, people want to know who and where are they? Are they hiding somewhere in the corner giving us this? This is the physical location of global virtual opportunities. You can actually screenshot this. If you want to check Google Earth, you may see this image, just like I'm showing you. And somewhere in the middle, I'll give you a tour. I'll let you see what happens inside the data center of GotBackup. Behind the organization is a solid team of experts. GotBackup is led by its CEO, Mr. Joe Therian, and then his wife, Miss Evgenia Antonova. They have other technical people, Mr. Mike Potvin, who's the Chief Operations Officer, other people who are into building servers, building cloud storage, checking on this fiber optics, ensuring it is applicable to multiple devices. It's ensuring it works on all the spaces where solution is required. That's where the team is, and they have been efficiently working on this for the past decades, and over the past 3 years transition to the cloud storage. There's a few more other people who work at the background of GotBackup. So it's not being run by an AI system. There are real human beings behind there. And for an organization that intends to thrive and solve a problem that people need solution for across the world, GotBackup is backed by a solid board of directors. The board of directors, as you can see on the screen, there are people who are from the Canadas and the Americas looking at that space. There's someone from Italy, Silvia Fontana, who is for that Italian space, someone from the French markets, Noel Abt, someone who is into developing strategies to ensure the service is efficient. And on this, you can see also a Ghanaian name. And if you're Ghanaian, you're African. I think this is one of the things that makes me really proud to be part of this organization and this service. Dr. Kweku Ahenia-Asare, he's a Ghanaian. He's the only Black African on the board of directors of this organization. What he does on this project, he is a professor in 4 universities across the world. He's into cloud storage, he's into data analytics, he's into AI, he's into machine learning. He has certification from MIT. On this project, the technical side, he gives the knowledge in the back end in that field. So if you don't know anything or anybody, at least you know there's a Black African on there, and he represents not only himself, but the entire continent of Africa. And if you're Ghanaian, I think this should make you proud to see a Ghanaian on the board of directors of GotBackup. So GotBackup is solid with its the technical people who are actually working on the ground for the service and the board. But before I get onto this slide, let me give you a chance to see what happens inside the data center of GotBackup. This may be your first opportunity to see what happens in a data center. Mostly when we say data is stored in the cloud, many of us think it's hanging up in the skies. But let me show you what happens in the data center of GotBackup, so you see what happens with your data when it has to be stored. So this is just a few minutes. Afterwards, I'll come and we jump back into the conversation of data storage.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if, God forbid, there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if, God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
All right. So that's what happens inside GotBackup's data center. And that was our CEO there, giving you a tour of what happens inside the data center of GotBackup. So let's jump back in. Let's jump right back into the presentation. Why are we even talking about cloud storage now? Now our world is so interconnected, and we are doing so much on virtual spaces that we are generating data at unprecedented rates. Stats tell us we generate about 402 million terabytes of data every single day, not every week, every single day. From which platforms? From our social media interactions, from online transactions, from everything we do digital, like every photo you upload, every video you have watched, even this platform you are streaming right now is generating data. And all of this data needs to be stored somewhere. We are producing data from every sector: healthcare, education, banking is online, shopping is online, everything happening online is because of it's requiring us to store our things, not on physical devices, but on cloud storage services. And data has become the new oil of our time. It's no longer something that has to be mined like it was in those days, where those who had oil were the countries that had oil were the owners of the wealth of our world. Now data, the companies that own data, they become the multimillionaires of our world. Data has become the new oil of our time. And the rate at which they are generating it, there's so much demand for its storage. Nobody wants to lose a photo, some documents from their devices. And there are opportunities in data storage. Considering the amount of data we generate as a globally, the opportunities to store data is very limited. It will surprise you to know that there are just about 20 or so cloud storage service providers in our world now. Now, more than ever, your phone is not enough to store your data. The amount of data you generate outstrips the size of your devices. And now cloud storage is where data is being stored now. And that's the future, in fact, the present and the future of data storage. And that's the conversation we are going to have now, because beyond the storage, beyond the access, there's more happening in data storage and the opportunities that you could just be part of. This is just what I mentioned a few seconds ago. Over 400 to 500 million terabytes of data is generated every single day. And from the sources, social media, streaming platforms, Internet of Things. And that's how much data we are generating globally every single day. The slide is frozen. All right, let me go back a few steps. This slide goes through frozen. Yeah. And to add to it, all this is happening because all of us are reliant on our smart devices. The devices have become not more than just for making phone calls. They become our second people. Many of us use the phones for many of these stats you can see on the screen. A number of us, almost 80% of us, use our phones as an alarm clock. I mean, the phone has actually stripped out the traditional alarm clock. You don't even see it anymore. And many of us would have felt uneasy. It's almost 90% of us. If you go to work today and realize we didn't have our phone with us, would have had the most boring days at work ever, all because more than work happens on the devices, all our interconnections, all our purchases, everything that makes our life whole happens on these devices. And stats is also telling us that over we touch our devices almost 160 times in a day. That was mind-blowing. 160 times in a day, you actually attend to this, even more than any other thing that you attend to. And I believe the first thing you touched this morning when you woke up was this device, perhaps after your morning prayers. And tonight, it might be the last thing that you drop before you sleep. That's how close the device have become to us. And the devices are also so delicate. So delicate that the first thing you think about after buying a new device is to get a case around it, get a screen protector so you protect the outside of your phone. There are two trends GotBackup leverages on when it comes to data storage in this conversation about the devices. Let's talk about the first one. The very first one, the number of smart devices in our world now. There are over 15 billion smartphones in the world. I mean, this was just about 5 years ago, 2021. 15 billion smartphones. How many smartphones do you have? Perhaps you can help me in the chat. How many phones do you own? I mean, having been on this for a bit, I noticed the average Ghanaian adult has 2 smartphones. How many phones do you own? There are about 15 billion on the market, in the world now. The population of the world is even less than that. And we use the phones literally everywhere. Every sector, every space. We use it in church to read the Bible. Is used to record the whole church service. Is used to record weddings, funerals. We use it at on the market. We use it in corporate world. We use it in schools. The phones are being used everywhere to solve multiple problems, and there's a high demand even for the latest phones. And for anything that has a growth market and a high demand attached to it, financial success is attached to it. It's no wonder everybody doing something with data, everybody doing something with a smartphone is succeeding. But with all the data that we generate with our devices, surprisingly, the unprecedented rate at which we are generating data is being lost at about the same rate. People are losing data. These precious photos and documents that we are storing, people are losing it. And it's mostly accidental when it comes to the smart devices. About 45% of smartphone users have accidentally damaged their phones and lost their data. It says over 5,700 screens are cracked every single hour, meaning by the end of this call, somebody somewhere would have cracked their screen. Some people already have cracks, and it takes one bad crack, and that will be the end of your phone. In fact, just this week, I was talking to a colleague who had cracked his screen, and it was a Samsung screen. And the cost of that screen was going to buy another phone, and was torn between buying a new phone or buying a new screen because he had precious data on that phone that he can't lose. When you get to that point, what happens to your data? People are looking for solutions so that if you find yourself in this situation where you are about losing a device with data on it, you could actually still get your data even if you don't get that device back. People are looking for solutions that no matter what happens to the device, you can still get your data back. What if you had one such solution? One that allows you to store your things away from the device, because you can always replace a phone. You can always replace a laptop, but the things on it you may not get back if you've not secured it on a cloud safe. And which one are you going to use? This is where my favorite comes in, GotBackup, and I'll tell you more about GotBackup. But let's talk about laptops also, because beyond the smartphones, laptops, data loss from laptops is more, so I say, scary, especially when you are working on a project or you're a student or you're a company who stores your things on your laptop. Many people store their things on the laptop and perhaps on an external device. A hardware failure, software corruption, just human error, a spill on your laptop, that could be the end of years of data that has been collected. And stats telling us over 94% of companies experience severe data loss that they could not recover. And this mostly shatters a lot of things. So what are the solutions on the market? Billions of people are already on such solutions. Billions of people are using cloud storage services. And let me tell you about, I think there are about 2 billion iCloud users. That's if you're an iPhone user. I think Google Drive has also about 1 billion users across the world. Dropbox, last I checked, was about 750 or so million users. People are already on cloud storage service. People are using the services. But guess what? Many of them are switching to use GotBackup. People are switching to use GotBackup because GotBackup is offering something that beats all these others. And let me tell you what GotBackup is offering, because it's now the best and the newest, the gives such value that trumps what the other our competitors give. Perhaps you know about these ones, the common ones around here: iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive. You know about them. But GotBackup beats them in many ways, and beyond the price, I'm going to show you the service GotBackup offers that is making people switch easily. Why I switched to use GotBackup, and I've been using it for well over 2 years now and enjoying the peace of mind that beats all these others. Let's talk about the size and the price. Cloud storage, as we all know, it's a subscription-based service. It's an internet-based subscription-based service. It's either monthly subscriptions or annuals. Annuals are best. Annuals give you some discounts on some months, and you may not have to pay for some months just because you go for annuals. So let's talk about annuals. On annual subscriptions, GotBackup is 3 times the size of what the competitors give. Because currently, iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive will give you a 2 terabytes on annual subscription. GotBackup gives you a 6 terabytes on annual subscription. So even for size, GotBackup is way bigger than what iCloud and the others offer. In addition, GotBackup 6 TB is at a price point that beats the others because, well, the others also have a 6 TB offer. So just to be fair, we just compare size for size because they also offer a 6 TB. And 6 terabytes is 6,000 gigabytes of space. 6,000 gigabytes of space. 6 TB with iCloud is 4 times what GotBackup offers for the same size, 3 times, and 3.5 times what Google Drive and Dropbox do for the same size. GotBackup's 6 terabytes of space, ladies and gentlemen, is just $99.97 per annum. Per annum. This is value for money. If you think that 6 terabytes is too big for you, you can actually share it with 5 other people. You can have 5 separate accounts on this 6 terabyte space, each person with their own username and with their own password. Nobody sees anybody's data. In addition to it, GotBackup works on multiple devices. So if you have 2 phones, 3 laptops, 1 tablet, with that same account, just install GotBackup on all your devices and back up all your data securely onto the cloud. Last 2 weekends, I had a very interesting experience when my auntie switched to use GotBackup, and it was just beautiful for her to see all her devices on one phone. On one phone, she could see her tablet and her other phone. On the other tablet, you could see the tablet and the other phone. And you won't get this on any other cloud storage service. So you don't need to carry multiple devices around, just one device, back them all up, and wherever you go, you can have access to what's happening on your devices. That's just one of the values GotBackup gives that none of the other cloud services give. Also, GotBackup works on multiple operating systems. If you have an iPhone, you have an Android device, GotBackup works on iPhone, works on Android, works on Windows laptop, works on MacBook. And if you know a little about the iCloud family, if you're not a Mac or an Apple, there's no way you can use their cloud storage service. GotBackup doesn't restrict you. It allows you to use it on multiple devices and multiple operating systems. And this is just unbeatable value for money. All this for how much? Just $99.97 per year. Per year. To just store all your data securely and have the peace of mind that you would love to have with your data storage. So this is like a summary of what GotBackup is offering. Everything in green is GotBackup. Everything in white is the others. GotBackup gives you 6 terabytes of storage space, 6 accounts, and works on multiple operating systems. The others do 2 TB, 1 account, 1 operating system, and this doesn't really solve the problem. Beyond it, in addition to this, GotBackup has an inbuilt email system. This email system allows you to send bulk, personalized, and automated emails. So if you're an organization or you run a company that you need to send emails to your partners or your customers, and you do it consistently, with this service, you just have to use the algorithm in the system, populate the emails into the system that's just like the system has requested, and you can send your emails seamlessly. You can automate it for every Friday. You can automate it days ahead. The system will do it when it is time. So you don't need to wait till the time is almost due and you are now rushing to populate your emails. Whenever you have time, can just populate your emails and the system will do the sending when it is time. And the emails will be personalized. So each person will receive the emails in their name. You don't have to type, hello, Amma, hello, Kofi, hello. No, the system will just take using the algorithm, personalize the emails and bulk it out for you. And you don't have to stress over it. But then there's actually more. GotBackup is a set and forget system on your laptop. Once you have installed it on your laptop, which is one of the features I love because no other service gives you this. GotBackup on your PC backs up to the C drive of your machine. It actually clones the operating system of your machine. So no matter what happens to your machine, you can get your data back. The information you stored on your laptop, you get it back. And that's hourly backup. So every hour, once you're connected to the internet and you're working, you can actually get your data being backed up to the cloud. So if your device should shut down or break down within an hour, you're sure to get your data back intact without losing anything. I had a personal experience of it and was quite rewarding to know that there's a service that gives this much peace of mind. So it doesn't only work on phones, it works on tablets, it works on laptops, it works on smartphones. And it uses the security that is the highest in the world currently. You may have heard my CEO talk about it, because when you are transitioning from one service that you're used to another, when it comes to data storage, beyond the price, the next thing is my data secure? Yes, your data is secure with GotBackup. GotBackup uses the advanced encryption standard AES 256-bit encryption security to back up your data. It is called the military-grade encryption because that's the highest level of security you have with data storage. And in the world of encryption, nobody has been successfully able to hack a 128-bit, which is even lower than the 256. GotBackup 2x's that security and gives you more security for your data. It adds, in addition, protocols that back up your data as you upload and download from the cloud. Cloud with GotBackup. After you've backed up your things on the system, it gives you an entire workspace, which you don't get with the other cloud services. GotBackup has advanced plugin systems on cloud. I may get a chance to demonstrate it to you if we have some time with this. Here, you get to speech type. With the other cloud services, if you want to do speech type, you need to get a different app. If you want an AI system to read your documents for you, you have to get a different app, put your documents in there and do that. GotBackup has these plugins already installed on cloud for you. So if you open a Word document on cloud, you can speech type. Speak to your PC, the system will type for you. If you need to read a document, you can just ask the AI system to do that. You have Translate on cloud. You have Mendeley and Zotero if you're a researcher, and you have other plugins that make your work seamless. This gives you a workspace wherever you are in the world. So if you need to open your cloud service once you've traveled and you need these tools on cloud, GotBackup gives you access to them so you can work and actually see your data also there. So this is just beyond service. This is just beyond storing your data. GotBackup makes you efficient online. In addition, GotBackup is the only cloud service that gives you a chance to use tools that make you efficient online on its Pro pack. GotBackup Pro, which is an upgrade of everything I've spoken about, gives you 5 additional tools that help you online. So if you are a service provider who is already online, if you are someone who has a product of value and you're wondering how to get it out there, or you're already out there, but you need to be more efficient there, these are the tools that will support that for you. There are some tools people are using online, reason why they are thriving on social media, and GotBackup gives you some of these tools to use. This is the Pro Pack of GotBackup, and I'll speak about 2 of the tools. I'll speak about VidUber, and I'll speak about Testimonial Generator. VidUber works like Vimeo. Vimeo is a streaming software. It allows you to shoot videos and post on social media. GotBackup's VidUber works even more efficient than that. Most people have more than one handle. They have a Facebook, they have an Instagram, they have a TikTok, they perhaps have a thread. On VidUber, you can put all these handles on VidUber and do a video. And instead of having to shoot a video and go post individually on these platforms, VidUber allows you to post it at once because your handles are already on its service. And in addition to getting to post them effortlessly and efficiently, it gives you statistics so you know where your video is doing well, whether it's doing well on YouTube or Instagram or VidUber will give you the stats so you know where to put effort into so you can even be more efficient online. The Testimonial Generator. Now we all buy on reviews. If you go online, want to purchase something, you want to read what are people saying about this service, what are people saying about this product. GotBackup allows you, using this Testimonial Generator, to allow your customers, those who have had a feel of your service, a feel of the amazing product you are putting out there, a feel of your tuition, whatever you are selling out there. GotBackup through its testimonial generator, allows you to let your own customers be the ones talking for you. So now it's just not about the people going to read about what the experience is. They will actually see video testimonials of your own customers, people who have interacted with you, talking about how your service is. This is something one of my friends who bakes cake does, and her chocolate cakes are really the best I have ever had. And it's only those of us who have had her cake who know about the cake. But now with the testimonial generator, all of us get to talk about it. So if you get on her platform and everybody's talking about her chocolate cake, of course you want to use that too. And that is what this tool does. And it is very versatile. You can imagine using it for events where people are talking about, say you want to have people give reviews about your boss. It's your boss's birthday. You can use this for everybody to just send a link to them. Everybody does a testimonial and you can share it. These are just efficient tools. And guess what? This individually could cost you more than $2,000, but GotBackup Pro, as a GotBackup member, if you are already using the cloud service, it's actually been highly subsidized for you. You can get this for just $200 per annum. All these tools, instead of 2,000, has been slashed down. And this is something that you will not get anywhere as a package. And this is just an additional tool that GotBackup adds on to its service. It's currently taking over the world, It's now in 165 countries all over the world. The world is made up of 195 countries, just to put some context to it. And we are currently in almost over 80% of the countries in the world. Ghana got onto this project 3 months after it had been launched. And you would think 3 months is a short time through Dr. Pepon Henya-Sare, the board member, the African board member. And you think within 3 months, we should come on as perhaps country number, maybe 50 or something, or maybe 20 something. People, the world was looking for a service like this. People were looking for a service that was this flexible, this cost effective, this functional, and 81 countries had already taken the lead in 3 months. That's how fast this is growing across the world. This is the mantra. You should never, ever, ever have to lose your photos and videos again. Don't ever delete them again. The space is big, and over 98% of the hard work has been done for you. GotBackup has already inbuilt system that will organize your data into the number of computers you have. You don't have to do that by yourself. If it's photos you're uploading from your devices, your various devices, plus their content will be well organized in there. Then the years in which you took the photos will be organized in there. You don't have to do this for yours. It's to simply download this app, download it from the Play Store, Google App Stores, and we'll show you how you can get onto using the service, because it's an app that works both on mobile devices and also works on the smartphone. But beyond the service of GotBackup, beyond all that I have heard, if all of that was good news for you, I have even better news for you. Because beyond using the service of GotBackup is out to impact the world in another way, a way that turns financial dreams into reality. I'm going to play a short video, then I'll come have this very important conversation with you. And please stick and stay as we go into the icing on the cake, as I call it, on this project. Give me a few minutes. Let me play a video that shows you where this is going and why you should be part of this strategic partnership GotBackup is offering to every single person who uses its service. Let me switch to a video and then we'll be back to have this conversation. There we go. Good. Okay, good.
Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
It's cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together. Guys, a lot is happening online. A lot is happening on virtual spaces, and many of us are using a service and we are not getting a chance to be part of it. This industry called the cloud storage service, which I'm going to show you stats of, the stats are wild. The stats are incredibly wild. What if something you use every day could become your next income source? That's where GotBackup comes in. GotBackup is looking for strategic partners to impact the world. And they are willing not only for you to partner, but to help you start another income stream leveraging technology. It's an economy of leverages and partnership these days. It's the way our world works now, since the internet has changed. Internet has changed how work happens. COVID made it even more obvious that you cannot just do a fiscal 9 to 5. There's a lot happening online. People are building wealth online if you know where to specifically and strategically partner. So I don't know how you started your year. It's a few weeks into the month of May. Perhaps you started with dreams of having a supplementary income, residual income. You can call it any of the names here, but just something to do more so you can have more, so you can live better. This could be the answer to that prayer. Because now, in this era of leverage and partnerships, a slice of something big is actually worth more than all of something small. Perhaps you would understand when I get into the stats. A slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. The simplest analogy, a slice of a watermelon is worth more than a whole grape. That's where technology is. That's where this space is. And just for other practical examples, when we talk about Tesla, many of us will say Elon Musk is the owner. Yes, let me tell you, Elon Musk owns only 9%, single 9% of Tesla. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he doesn't own the entire structure. He owns only 13%, not even 30, 13% of Amazon. Bill Gates still wows my mind. Still, Microsoft, he still owns less than 2%. Yet these guys are multi-millionaires in technology. A slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. GotBackup is the only cloud storage service that pays you in this space. It's the only cloud storage service that pays you. And I'm going to get into how you can be part of this. And I say stick to the end, because in this space, dreams are being turned into reality. Here are the stats. The graphs you see on the screen is what is happening in the cloud storage space. And let me break down the blue and then I'll come into the one below. Last year, the projection that was made for cloud storage for the year 2025 was $165 billion US. This is $1 billion industry. Don't forget that. It's $1 billion. It didn't start from millions of dollars. It's $1 billion industry. People are paying billions to store data. 2025, the stats said it was going to generate about $165 billion. But before the year ended, the third quarter of the year last year, they had to change the stats. And the projections were even bigger, because now it was projected to generate over $400 billion before the year ended. Surprisingly, it ended with $766 billion being generated in the cloud space. Guys, this is more than the GDP of several African countries. I can speak for my country. Perhaps I'll add a few other neighboring countries. This industry generates more than what countries generate, all on what? Smart devices that we use, offering a service that we all need, that we cannot do without. But look how interesting it gets. In the next 9 years, next 5 to 10 years, the stats go wild. See where the trend is from the green and yellow graphs. We are in 2025. By the year 2035, let's say 2025, sorry, 26, we are in the year 2026, forgive me. By the year 2035, the industry is projected to generate $3.5 trillion. This is where GotBackup, this is the industry GotBackup partakes in. And it's the only service that gives you a chance to take a slice of this big pie. How to be part of it? Let's get into it. Please stick and stay to the end because it is quite exciting. So how do you get started with GotBackup? Simply, just like we use other services that back up our data, switch like I did. Come use GotBackup's cloud storage service. Subscribe for the annual pack, $99.97, approximately $100 for the entire year. That's how you start. Use the service, back up all your digital assets, get that peace of mind first. Then top up with an extra $20. Be part of this strategic partnership project. Disclaimer, this is not compulsory though. Perhaps all you want is your peace of mind for your data. But if you could do with a leverage in a different economy, earning different currency wherever you are in the world, I'd say take this strategic partnership and you do it and subscribe for the service. Because like it happened to me and I've been enjoying service and impacting and helping people to back up their data. GotBackup is willing to pay you if you're going to help people to back up their data using their service. A couple of weeks ago, my aunt called about her phones being full and needing to back up her data. And she said she's seen me using GotBackup. What is it about? How does it work? She was just wowed by the size and the flexibility. Guess what? By offering her that service, GotBackup paid me for offering her that service. You will be enjoying the service and you get to recommend to your friends, your loved ones. Imagine someone comes to you and he's also lost his data. Just by offering the service, GotBackup is willing to pay you. And let me show you how $120 being on this strategic partnership can transform to hundreds of dollars, can transform to thousands to 500, you name it. Just by being a partner of this. Someone is writing on my screen, kindly watch it. The other packages GotBackup offers, the family pack is just one of them. It has the pro pack, and like I told you, as a GotBackup, you have a special waiver on that. GotBackup cloud storage service user, you have a special waiver on that. And they also have an enterprise solution for bigger organizations who need more than 6 terabytes of space. You can have 20 terabytes of space, and that goes to at a remarkable rate that nobody else offers. We'll take the questions at the end. I've seen the hand that's up. But these are the ways you can earn with GotBackup as a strategic partner. You get to earn 7 amazing bonuses with GotBackup as a strategic partner. It's on a mission to get millions of partners, millions of users across the world. You could be one of them, and these are the ways that GotBackup is willing to pay you. So let's talk about 2 of them. The customer acquisition bonus. Customer acquisition bonus. What does it mean? Just like it sounds, customer acquisition bonus. If you get someone to use GotBackup through your own recommendation, GotBackup is willing to pay you half, split the subscription rate with you, 50-50. Gives you $49.97 for each person. Each person you recommend to use GotBackup's cloud service. There's no cap to how many people you can recommend in a day, how many you can recommend in a week, how many you can recommend in a month. So you start a project with $120, and at the end of the week, you've recommended 4 friends to use GotBackup. GotBackup pays you 4 times 50. That's $200 you're going to be earning for being helping them recommending GotBackup to 4 of your friends. That's just how it starts, and this is just one of them, the bonuses you can earn with GotBackup. So now you can see how $120 you start a project with for a year can translate to $200 in a week. Imagine doing $50 every single day of a 30-day month. That could translate to $1,500 for that particular month using GotBackup and recommending it for others to also use. And I'll show you some amazing and beautiful incomes people are already earning in this country, Ghana, leveraging this project. People have earned 4 digits, 5 digits in US dollars already over the past 3 years of its existence. But this is just the customer acquisition bonus. The enterprise solution I mentioned, which is the 20 terabytes and above, which is about $600 per annum, GotBackup gives you a 25% on it, and 25% of $600 could be $150. So you could be earning multiples of 50s and 150s recommending the service. On the Pro Pack, the commissions are different, the earnings are different, and you could be earning $200 for recommending someone who purchases the entire service. This is the customer acquisition bonus, 1 out of the 7 bonuses GotBackup offers. There are 6 others. GotBackup uses precious metals, and these are team bonuses. These do not depend on your effort alone. This depends on the effort of you and everybody you've recommended to the service. Please permit me to take a sip of water. Thank you. And GotBackup appreciates work done using precious metals. You can rank up from copper all the way to the black diamond, and everybody has the equal rights to go up the ranks. And in fact, one of our team members did that in less than 43 days or so. He ranked from start to diamond. The guy earned 7,000 US dollars plus in 43 days. I don't know which other industry pays you this much. So you could be earning all these other bonuses as you go up the rank. I'm going to talk about the one that has the percentages lined up there. That is highlighted blue. So bonuses from Sapphire. From Sapphire, you become eligible to a special bonus called the cycle match bonus. What does a cycle match bonus mean? You know, many of us in traditional work, you don't even know how to get the promotion, even if you get the degrees that you are all learning for. But here, depending on how you work, effort is rewarded. Maybe in the next 30 days, you rank up to become a Sapphire. In fact, I've seen someone do it in 60 days. It depends on how you work and your work ethics. It doesn't just happen automatically. But if you're able to get up the ranks to a Sapphire in, say, 30 days, however it takes you to get there, you become Sapphire, you are eligible to what you to earn as Sapphire. So a Sapphire, on the cycle match bonus, you're entitled to 25%. What does that even mean? For every person you recommend to use the GotBackup's cloud service, if they are strategic partners, also earning and impacting their world, helping people to use the service, you get to leverage 25% of what their earnings are. So let's assume you started GotBackup. Let me ask you, in the next 30 days, how many people do you think you could have recommended to GotBackup? Perhaps you can keep it in your head. But let me use 10 for the ease of calculation, so we can get what the numbers look like on 10. Because if it takes you 60 days, perhaps you can do more, but let's use 10 for ease of calculation. And assuming these 10 of your friends, each person is earning $1,000 in this particular month we are speaking about, because when it comes to the team bonuses, it's based on monthly earnings. GotBackup gives 75% of its profits every month to its partners. So let's say this month, 10 of your friends have earned $1,000 this month, and you are a Sapphire on this project. 25% will be what you'll be earning, leveraging from each of them. And maybe some may be earning more than 1,000, some may be earning less, some may be earning maybe 500, some 250, some 2,000, some 10,000. You never know. Let's use this 10 and 1,000 for ease of calculation. So 10 people, each of them earning $1,000, and you're leveraging 25% on each of them. What does it translate to you as a Sapphire? 25% of 1,000 is 250 times 10. That is 2,500 US dollars you'll be earning as a cycle bonus as a Sapphire on this project. That's 2,500 US. Let's say you graduate to become an Emerald 2 months later. You work so hard, you help others to leverage the system, and then each of them is earning $1,000. Let's use 1,000 once again. And now you're an Emerald or a Ruby on this project. Now the percentage goes to 50%. 50% of $1,000 is 500 times 10. That is 5,000 US dollars you'll be earning in that particular month as an Emerald or a Ruby, just because you've been helping people. But in the diamond tiers, that's where it gets very exciting, because from diamond to the black diamond, you leverage 100% of what each person is earning. So let's use the same 10 and the same $1,000. This time, 100% of $1,000 times 10 people becomes 10,000 US dollars. I'd like you to take a pause right now. What are the chances of earning 10,000 US dollars with what you are doing right now alone in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, maybe in the next 10 years? Let me stretch it. What are the chances of earning $10,000 in a month doing exactly what you're doing alone? This is leverage. This is partnerships, because for many of us, the possibility of earning $10,000 is very slim. But this is an opportunity. I told you, this is $1 billion industry. GotBackup welcomes you to take a slice of this big pie. Because here, people are already earning tens and thousands of dollars. You could be earning $20,000 in a month, leveraging this system and this opportunity, this strategic partnership GotBackup offers you. It's not an investment, you drop money. This is a whole project that we are working on, and effort is rewarded here. How to go up the ranks is predictable. It's predictable all across the world. So long as you are impacting and sharing and getting people to use the service, you are going to get what you are due as a strategic partner. To summarize, you get 6 terabytes of cloud storage space. You get a whole email system. You get to use it on unlimited devices at the highest security ever to secure your data. You get all the tools that you need to, all the tools that is available on the cloud storage service. And beyond that, you get to be a strategic partner of an ever-growing technological space, offering people a service they already need in a very big industry where we all, without any tech skills, using a device that we all use already, start adding on another income stream. You get, in addition to this, mentorship, training, and support to grow this. Sometimes all we have is the certification we got from our schooling. What if there was an opportunity to leverage a community so you can learn more and grow more, so you can actually earn more? You know, the multi-millionaires of our time, they come through community. It takes mentorship and training to show you the usual skills that you already have, how to leverage it to earn an income. And this is something you get on this project. You get access to learn from people who are already winning in the fields that you are hoping to thrive in. You get personal development, you get community leverage. The kind of people and the quality of people I've met on this project, it's just mind-blowing. And the accesses that it brings, it beats everything. I can't put a money value to that. But this is all for just being a strategic partner of GotBackup. Just not using the service at 99.97, but being on the project for just $120 per annum. Perhaps all you have and all you can see right now is your dreams turning to reality, but you do not know how to do it. Rest easy. There's support, there's training. Just start. Everything you need to grow this will be done. I forgot to mention earlier on in the presentation that we had a chance of hosting the CEO in Ghana last November. We had a huge event in Mensvik. We filled out an 800-seater capacity room. I think we had about 1,200 people showing up. People were standing in the back, and we had one amazing time with the lead. This was when we solidified this project, and this project took off on another dimension. And we've already taken it's already taken off, and Ghana was the gateway to Africa, because this was the first time they were visiting an African country, and Ghana once again opened it to the country, to the world, and to Africa also. So this is actually a service everybody needs. Now it's not a luxury to store your data on the cloud. It's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity to back up your devices. You can choose to have a 1 terabyte phone. If you are not backed up onto a cloud service, anything can happen to the device and you can lose your data. And it is time now to start turning your dreams into reality, leveraging a system that is already existent and is already turning dreams into reality. This is a project everyone can afford. For $120, the price, the value beyond it, the value you get with it is beyond the $120. And it's time to get started on something that is big, because it's obvious you cannot live on one income stream alone. I mean, life is full of uncertainty. So when dark times come, what are you going to fall on? How are you building a legacy? How are you preparing for those times? How are you preparing for your children's children's children? What are you trying to do to live them? What are you doing now that could change the future of your family and all those lives which are hung onto you? Now is the best time to back up your data, earn some income, and start building yourself through global connections. GotBackup allows you to earn globally, wherever you are locally, leveraging on its cloud storage system. So thank you so much for your time, and we'll conclude here. If you have any questions, we'll just take some few minutes to answer the questions, and otherwise speak to the person who invited you. I think it's a good time to thank the person for opening you up to this exclusive call to see this just at the beginning of it, because we are about to boom, and you should be part of the boom, because trust me, someone else will come tell you about GotBackup very soon, because it's the newest and the best cloud storage service currently on the market. So I'll pause here for a few questions, and thereafter we would call it an evening. But just before I end, I can see some hands are already up. Let me pause some recording somewhere, and I'll be back to show you how this is turning some dreams into reality.